need a quarterback anymore. But the trade reportedly does not remove Denver from the quarterback market tonight. I think we all know that means, well, we might. So if you want to trade up, you might want to do that. So taking a rookie quarterback with the 9th is still a possibility, but they are probably just dangling it as a trade.
Denver has 2 quarterbacks, but I do believe they could take another one simply because of this. Bridgewater's a Band-Aid, and they've lost confidence in Locke.
Right.
And by the way, in a division with Patrick Mahomes and Justin Herbert, you can't have a BB gun.
No, I think if Trey Lance or Justin Fields were to fall to 9, I think they would take.
But Carolina's different. Is that there's a lot of people in that building that see Darnold as a big, dynamic, playmaking quarterback. I don't see the value of threatening him with a draft pick. Like, Carolina, to me, this feels like a decoy. Whereas with Denver, even though they have 2 quarterbacks, in the division with Patrick Mahomes and Justin Herbert, and by the way, and Derek Carr, Bridgewater and Drew Lock do not feel like the future.
And you're really not paying a lot of money for any of them, so you could make it work. So Trevor Lawrence caused some controversy when he said he didn't play football with a chip on his shoulder. It's got everybody that loves cliches all riled up. But he's defending his opinion once again, adding that he doesn't care about what other people think. He did an interview with Time, and he said, it's just kind of the way things are now. It's just what can people find to get mad about, to criticize. If people still want to have an opinion on the way I think and the way I live, I don't really care. No matter what you say, there's always going to be something.
Yeah, that's a very healthy way to look at it. There's a lot of people that are on the internet just to troll. That's like 30% of the internet.
Sure.
That's what they do.
And it's a very strange lifestyle, and I'll never understand it. But I will say, and I agree with him, I think when it comes to sports, we have this idea, and it's a very old school mentality that you have to live and breathe and die with whatever your sport is. And the reality is, very few people on earth live their life that way, no matter what their profession is.
Remember years ago, LeBron got heat for something that was brutally honest, and he got heat for it. LeBron said 5 or 6 years ago, he came out and he said, listen, for all you people criticizing me, I got a better life. What you do with your life is your time, but yeah, I won. And he got heat. And Trevor Lawrence is saying the same thing. I'm good. It's on you. And people push back on LeBron. And there's no reason to. I totally supported it. It's okay to admit, I'm successful, I got a great life. If you're a troll, you're a loser, because we all know that's true. So for Trevor Lawrence, he's largely doing a LeBron. I'm good here. If you wake up angry on Twitter, that is not my problem. That's what LeBron said and got heat for it. So I'm going to support successful people who acknowledge, yeah, I'm not going to be falsely humble. I'm really good here.
No.
Oh, some people wake up angry. I'm not one of them. Go play amongst yourself. I'll put Twitter filters on.
I agree with his mentality.
So do I.
And I agree that it's healthier to not go through life with a burning rage of anger. That's why you and I spend a lot of time in therapy, probably.
Right.
That's for us to talk of the drafts right now. They've obviously made a big move up to jump to number 3, but the initial talk was Mac Jones, and now they're impressed with Trey Lance. So even up until this past weekend, they reportedly did not know who they were going to take. So they have been on the fence for quite a while.
Now, I believe they're taking Mac Jones, and they're covering their butt, just saying we like all these other guys. So if Trey Lance goes to the Patriots and crushes, they can say years later, hey, we loved him. We thought he was great, but it was we needed a guy to, play.
I don't know how to, if that helps them or hurts them to say that they were on the fence. If Trey Lance ends up being great and they were like, well, you weren't sure and you went with Mac and he doesn't end up being great, does it help to just say you were locked in on Mac? I don't know.
Well, let me ask you this. What would you get for Garoppolo on the market with his injury history? I don't know, but Teddy Bridgewater only got a 6. So if I don't know the answer to this, but let's say you could get a 4 for Garoppolo. I'm totally guessing, because of his injury history, you're not getting a first, and I don't know if you get a second. What is the value? The only value to trade Garoppolo, as far as I can tell, is it allows you to say, well, we traded Garoppolo, we love the pick, we had to get the quarterback ready to play now.
I think that if you're starting new, if you want to give your quarterback that you want to make him the guy, then I think there's value of moving off of Jimmy Garoppolo. I think there are 2 different ways of thinking about rookie quarterbacks. I happen to be in the camp of get out there, go make your mistakes, Go learn how to play the game, throw him to the wolves, and see what you got. That's my mentality on rookie quarterbacks. I know a lot of people feel like you got to go the Alex Smith, Patrick Mahomes route, kind of ease them in and teach them how to be pros and, give them that extra time to develop into the NFL body and the NFL training and the NFL schedule. I'm in the camp of the first, but I also think that the value of just putting the burden of the franchise on your rookie quarterback is also you get to see what you have. You have a full evaluation. That's what I didn't like what they did with Tua. And in comparison, Josh Allen got those 3 years to develop into what he is now. So, yes, you're probably going to struggle initially, but I would say keeping Jimmy Garoppolo is that sort of safety net where, okay, you took this rookie quarterback, he's not quite ready, but I just think it's better to just let him have the franchise. Because if Jimmy's there, it's still going to feel like it's Jimmy's team, and Jimmy has a lot of supporters in the locker room.
Yeah, but I guess what? Again, let's remember, this is the best division in football and arguably the best coached division in football.
Right.
Boy, you could look up week 7, be 2-5 with Mac Jones, and you've lost the locker room.
But you can't, that Jimmy's not the future. Like, even if I'm talking about for this year, like everyone knows Jimmy is unreliable physically. So everyone in the locker room knows that too. So if you're going back and forth between a rookie quarterback and Jimmy G, I think it just causes more division. Like, at least with a rookie quarterback, they know, okay, he's got to develop. Like, we have some time with him. You're not going to expect him to go out this year, win rookie of the year, and take you to a Super Bowl. Like, that's not the expectations when you get a rookie quarterback. He's expected to struggle a little bit.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I think it depends on how they're looking at the next 3 years for the franchise. So the Broncos sent a 6th-round pick to the Panthers in exchange for Teddy Bridgewater yesterday, with him and Drew Lock on the roster. They don't have a glaring...
Love Mac Jones. Would you really like him week 1 against the Seahawks? Really? Week 1 against Aaron Donald? Week 1 against Kyler Murray and that pass rush in Arizona? You gave up nothing for Jimmy Garoppolo. Think about this. Let's put it in context. You gave up a 2nd-round pick for Jimmy Garoppolo. That's what New England gave up for Mohamed Sanu, and Miami gave up for Josh Rosen. Sometimes you whiff totally. But San Francisco didn't even whiff. They were 2-14 the year before they got Garoppolo. 3 years later, they're winning their division and going to the Super Bowl. Jimmy Garoppolo has completely outperformed his trade compensation. You've already gotten so much more out of him than anybody gets for a 2nd-round pick. Do you have to win another trade? Keep him around until he gets hurt. Play him until he gets hurt, which, is week 3 of the preseason maybe. But nonetheless, you really feel good if you love Mac Jones. He's ready to play now. Really? Is he ready to beat Seattle now in Seattle? No. Is he ready to beat the Rams now and Matt Stafford and Sean McVay? No. If you like Mac Jones, you'd even acknowledge he's probably better in a year than now. Like, I always feel this with grills. I've owned like 3 grills in my life. I grill a lot. I keep them 10 years. You pay like $1,000. I mean, you can pay $400. I pay about. I don't go to the top end. I don't go bottom. I go somewhere in the middle. $900 for a grill. Used to be $600. Now it's about $950 for a grill. I use it for 10 years. I get so much enjoyment out of a grill. I mean, when I think of grills, I think of family and kids and burgers and hot dogs and pork chops. So when my grill after 10 years is done, I don't try to resell it. I already won. I'm going to resell it to a neighbor for $40. I just give it to a neighbor if he wants it. I give it to a kid, one of the kids in my family, college kid. Just take the thing. Like New England or San Francisco, they won the deal. 2nd-round pick. That's what Miami got for Josh Rosen. A 2nd-round pick, he takes you to the Super Bowl. Just keep him around. Keep him around and play him till he runs out of gas or gets hurt. But this idea, you got to move him, even if you loved Mac Jones. He ain't ready to go to Seattle or go against Matt Stafford and Kyler Murray and win. And none of these guys, Trevor Lawrence isn't. None of these guys are. You won the trade. You don't have to win it again. Keep him around until the car runs out of gas, the Garoppolo van runs out of gas, and then he's either, if he gets hurt again, by the way, he's got no value, keep him as a backup. He'd be one of the top 3 backups in the league. Joy with the news.
No. Turn on the news. This is the Herd Line News.